Hello, everyone. This is Mr. Informal with a new podcast. We are on the 106th episode of the Mr. Informal Podcast. I hope you are doing well and safe in these dark times. I know a lot of states have opened, but we are still not out of it yet. So I just want to remind you, do not forget to add me on Instagram, MISTERINFORMAL. Then check out my website, mrinformal.com, MRINFORMAL.com. So these are the 4 topics for today. Luxury brands says that they will not recover their profits. They will recover it in 2021. It's going to be interesting. Number 2, curbside pickup will be the thing. Will it be the new norm? A lot of curbside pickup. We do store pickup now. What's going to be the difference? Anyways, moving on. Number 3. So Facebook have put out a Zoom competitor. I'm not sure what they're going to call it. Probably it's just Facebook Messenger with added video features. And then last but not least, virtual reality. It's on the rise. Whether it be checking out homes, games already there, concerts, tours, all kinds of you almost being there basically. So those are the 4 topics for this episode, Mr. Informal 106. And again, I hope you are doing well today and being safe. And so, let's go ahead and start the podcast. The article is from Hybe. Global luxury fashion sales may not recover from COVID-19 until 2022. Well then, I guess I was wrong about my title. So, it is actually 2022 instead of 2021. So, the article basically says that the luxury fashion industry is one of the establishments around the globe that has been greatly affected by ongoing coronavirus pandemic. According to CNBC, Bain & Company has released its latest luxury report dubbed Bain Company Luxury Study 2020 Spring Update. The report includes the findings of the long-term effects of the crisis. Claudia Del Pasio, one of the Bain's partners and the study lead author, stated there will be recovery for the luxury market, but the industry will be profoundly transformed. The coronavirus crisis will enforce the industry to think more creatively, innovate even faster to meet a host of new consumers and channel constraints. Not only that, the global consultancy estimate the sales plummeted by 25% in the first quarter of 2020 and expected to continue to drop towards the end of the year. Additionally, CNBC states the year-end sales may account for a total of 180 euro billion to 220 euro billion. That's approximately $195 billion to $239 billion. So, Bain and Company expects the industry to recover 2022 or 2023. Well, now that is what they are expecting. Honestly, one thing that bothers me is when they say that Claudia says the coronavirus crisis will force the industry to think more creatively and innovate even faster. I don't understand how. What has the luxury brands ever innovated? Anything faster or creatively? Seriously? I want to know when. I don't remember the last time that a luxury brand created something that was innovative and creative at a faster rate, or even at a fast rate. I don't remember. A lot of things comes from lower price or reasonably priced brands, and not from the luxury brands. I mean, if you want to talk about trunks, sure. Wallets, I mean, wallets is a wallet. I mean, if you want to talk about bags, I mean, I don't see anything innovative about bags. The last industry that was doing this, they were creative and innovating even faster, was the electronic industry, or more on the TVs, the cell phones, the computers, even in the gaming industry, but not in apparel or clothing, luxury industry. Never those industry came across in my mind when it comes to innovation. I mean, again, I don't remember anything innovative. Maybe you want to talk about runway shows or maybe runway designs. I may have to give it to you on that one. But that's about it. A lot of these luxury brands always rely on consumer hype, marketing, brand marketing, even their sales associates being connected to consumers or having a clientele. But again, that's about it. Anytime you go to a luxury brand, the number one that's making it expensive is the name and the materials. That's about it. Other than that, and when it comes to creativity, no. I don't remember anything of that. But on to the main problem is they're not going to recover until 2020. Well, is anybody really going to miss them? I mean, if they're going to have layoffs, well, I feel sorry for the people who've been laid off. But that's not their fault. It's more like the brand's fault, because a lot of these brands are always resting on their laurels, their current product, and never even think of the word innovation. On to the second topic from Retail Dive. After COVID-19, is curbside delivery here to stay? In a report from July 2019, Curbside Research said mass merchants were amongst the most popular retailers to offer buy online, pick up in-store services. Of the consumers surveyed that were already using BOPIS, about 50% said they did so Walmart in the past year. 34% said Target. Consumers at the time said they used their services to avoid shipping costs, to get their goods faster, or to access promotional offers or discount. So, curbside pickup players like Dick's Sporting Goods and Hudson Bay are also leading into the services now more than ever, but retail giants are the only one touting the option. Small companies like Beta and Casper have launched curbside pickup this month as they're transitioning to opening their stores gradually. It's interesting. So, let's talk about this. So, a lot of consumers are already using store pickup, curbside, and especially now, curbside pickup. So, it is interesting that, well, I wouldn't say interesting, it's more like, it's great that it's making things faster in terms of delivery. Curbside pickup from the store to your car. Not only that, it reduces the exposure of the virus or being around people. The mouth breathers, if you know what I mean. One thing in the article, the first paragraph says, after temporarily shutting their doors for months, many non-essential retailers have devised plans mapping out how they'll reopen. For some, this means a phased approach, which includes reducing store hours, limiting store traffic, implementing additional cleaning procedures, and utilizing fulfillment services like curbside pickup. Though the latter has been around for years, the pandemic has created a surge in demand for both retailers and consumers alike. Well, like I said, here's the thing. This will only work in department stores, like having your own stores. But what about malls? How would that work? I mean, does the mall have a station or have a place where you can do curbside pickup? But here's another problem with that. Traffic. Unless they have multiple stations at the mall, that will actually reduce the amount of lines and traffic. But in terms of curbside pickup, this is only gonna work in stores that have their own parking. But when it comes to the mall, that's a different problem, because the mall have internal stores that doesn't have curbside pickup. So I think you're gonna have to have multiple stations where you can have curbside pickup, and that's going to be interesting how they plan this out. Honestly, if I'm going to plan this out, I would have multiple stations to reduce the amount of lines and also traffic in a certain lanes, and then or I'm going to have a specific in the parking lot. I'm going to have a specific area where customers can pick up, and then somebody's going to be there to deliver it. But you know what? I don't think this is going to reduce the amount of employees. In fact, this might increase the amount of employees, because I mean, if you're doing multiple pickups, and if you have multiple stores, obviously you're gonna have more people that you need to pick up or to deliver straight to customers to their car. And again, depending on how much stuff you bought. I mean, if you're buying from Walmart or Target and you have a lot, well, certainly the person behind you is gonna wait. So, I mean, this can cause some problems. You can see where the problem is going to be. But these services are just another convenient way for people to basically come in and out, or I guess you could say drive in and drive out to the store. And they don't have to leave their car. But you know what? Seeing the product in person is gonna be different. It's not going to be the same anymore, unless we finally have a vaccine and a cure. That's the only way. But in terms of the curbside pickup, hey, if this will be it for now, I'm okay with it as we gradually transition to what it used to be. On to the third topic, CNET.com. Facebook takes on Zoom with new video calling features. Messenger Rooms will let you join group video calls even if you don't have a Facebook account. That's interesting. So, Facebook is releasing a new feature that lets you video chat with multiple people through Messenger even if you don't have a social media account. A move that can help the company compete with popular video conferencing app Zoom. So the world's largest social network called this new tool Messenger Rooms, and it accommodates up to 50 people in a group chat. Here's an idea for you. Why don't you make a karaoke room? You can invite others who don't have a Facebook account by sharing a link to the video chat. The company plans to add this feature to other messenger services on its own, including Instagram, Direct, and WhatsApp. There'll be a way to create rooms through Facebook video chat device portal. Video calling has skyrocketed during the coronavirus pandemic as more people stay at home to combat the spread. So, Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg said in a live broadcast this Friday, the release of a new tool is part of Facebook efforts around video presence. Video presence isn't about calling someone. Well, what? Okay. It's starting to be a fundamental building block of a private social platform with lots of different use cases. So, Facebook made a competitor feature to combat Zoom, Messenger Rooms. So, you see, I'm not a fan of Zoom because of its ties to China. I'm not a fan of Zoom because it can be easily hacked. I'm not a fan of Zoom because you can just get in there. With Messenger Rooms, it's more privatized, so which to me is better. But In terms of security, I do not know about it because I do not trust Facebook with security, with so many security faults and problems they've had in the past years. So where does that leave the consumers? Well, they either get rid of messenger rooms or Zoom. I mean, that's it. If you don't care about your privacy and your security, hey, more power to you. Me, I don't have Facebook app or even a messenger app on my phone. I mean, I check my Facebook on my computer browser, but when it comes, am I gonna sign up for messenger rooms? No. But in the end, this is good. More competition is best. As you can tell, Google is taking their time, which they should have done this a long time ago. I just don't understand why is Google taking so long to release something like this. But whatever, they missed the boat. I don't care. More competition is good. Now, is just going to depend on which people would prefer. I think since Facebook has a large user base, if you already have Facebook, if you already download the messenger room, it's much easier instead of having to go to a separate app. And I think it's just going to be an update. So it's going to be much easier for the consumers to do this, or the user to do this, than Zoom. If people are more used to Zoom, then they can use this. So it really depends. But I think it'd be easier to use Facebook since you have friends and family in Facebook. It'd be much easier to use Facebook. But if you already have Zoom, then just keep on using Zoom. I don't think, look, to me, both of them are just not doing so well in terms of privacy and security. That's it. That's all it comes down to. But if you're already using Zoom, stays with Zoom. If you have family that don't have Zoom but only have Facebook, then use Facebook. Hey, why not both? More competition, the better, right? So that's what's been happening. And so I think once other companies realize, hey, there's actually a market for video calls, why don't we do that? Then a whole bunch of video call apps is just gonna keep going and going. But again, more competition is good. So I want to talk about something that I don't have sources for, according to multiple sources, but I do not have sources. It's just a more major rise or rapid rise of the virtual reality. So apparently, since a lot of people are still staying home, a lot of the art galleries are doing virtual reality tours. Real estate are doing virtual reality tours. Even raves are doing virtual reality tours. You feel like you're there. Same with, touring a particular place in another world. Well, I mean, actually, that's been happening, but I think the technology is going to be much better. Even when shopping, right? It's going to be much better. So I do think that VR is going to be much better than before, because I think we put it on the backside now. I mean, went all the way to the back. Now it's becoming in the front now, where it's suddenly becoming a priority because people realize that, hey, this thing's not over yet. So, but is there a way that we can check it out, or is there a way we can at least or be close to being there? Then that's when you have virtual reality. Think of it. You're at somebody's having a concert. You want to be there, right? And I don't know what kind of device you have, virtual reality, then you feel like you're there. Heck, you may not even have to leave your area, right? So it's going to be interesting what kind of technology that VR would actually set and would actually present to the consumers like us. Because what the coronavirus did is suddenly, hey, we need to change things here. We need to be hygienic. We need to find ways of making people like they're there even though they're not actually there. We need to make delivery much faster. We need to make products much more clearer, our descriptions. I mean, we need to show every kind of information. Not only that, we also realize that people are not gonna go out, or people are gonna start wearing masks, or they're gonna clean themselves. But and we need to show that we have the technology that if this ever happens again, that consumers don't have to leave their house. They could actually be there by using this technology. And that's when I think that virtual reality is gonna have such a rapid change and rapid innovations that it's gonna change the way we live. Like it's going to become just like the way that we watch movies, like those sci-fi movies. And so that basically concludes this episode of the Mr. Informal Podcast, edition 106, episode 106. I hope you enjoyed listening to me, and hopefully you got some insights. And I hope you be safe, and I know many of the states have reopened, and I hope you are also safe at work. Wherever you are in the world, be safe, be conscious, and just look out for yourself and look out for your family and friends. Make sure they're doing well. Call them up too, just so to let them know, hey, you care about them. And so that basically concludes this podcast. Again, I will see you in the next podcast. Bye-bye.